Now, listen, you guys, one thing about 50 Cent is when it comes to Nicki Minaj, he does act like a brother because he was out there declaring his undying love for Nicki Minaj at the Breakfast Club right in front of her enemies. We're also going to be talking about Cleotrapa and this entire Azealia Banks situation. Meanwhile, Jess Hilarious is seemingly apologizing for the Chadwick comments that she made. We're also going to be talking about the Transformer fans lying about Nicki Minaj endorsing Trump. And Bongo 2's Sympathy Afro is out, you guys, out in full force with the recent developments that are coming through in as far as Tory Lanez is concerned. Now, these are some of the things that we are going to be talking about in this video. Hello, tea lovers, and welcome to the Tea Blog. I trust you guys are doing well, and I trust you are doing great. Personally, I am doing great, you guys. I am doing extremely amazing. And without further ado, let us dive straight into today's team. So first of all, we're going to talk about 50 Cent. So he recently sat down with the likes of Charlemagne the God, DJ Envy, as well as this new girl that's at the Breakfast Club. And, they were discussing about Nicki Minaj and how 50 wanted to sign her and how basically Fendi made it impossible for him to sign Nicki Minaj. Now, one key takeaway from this interview is 50 does F with Nicki Minaj heavily. It takes a lot of boldness for someone to sit in front of people that are well known for being your biggest haters and biggest opposers. So the boldness that 50 had, just defending Nicki Minaj, praising her like that in front of the ops, the Charlemagne, the guards and the likes, for me, that in itself was enough to say this is a real one, okay? And by the way, shout out to Miranda and Marcus' mom because they did send me, this interview. And Miranda was just also pointing out the fact that, well, if this was Drake in that position or even Lil Wayne in that position sitting there, they wouldn't have been out there declaring their love for Nicki Minaj the way that 50 Cent was doing it boldly. Like just looking at Charlemagne's reaction for me was priceless because you could tell that he just could not stomach it. And at the same time, you could also tell that he does know that 50 is not the one nor the two. So he wasn't even trying it with 50 Cent. He wasn't even trying to be messy when it comes to that because he's not the one to play with. I love that for Nicki Minaj, okay? However, this new girlie, I thought she was different, okay? Because I'm just like, what in the Jess Hilarious is now happening to you? Do they write these questions for these girlies before the show? Because, it would be lame, obviously, for the man to bring up, the beef with Nicki Minaj and, all these other female rappers and stuff like that. So, of course, it had to be the woman who came in amidst all that positivity, amidst, 50 Cent saying all these positive things about Nicki Minaj. She was like, well, it's interesting that you say you would do that with her and for her because, well, she does try to do the mentorship thing with, these female rappers, but it always seems to fall out and things like that. And I'm just looking at her like, girl, there's a lot of things that you could have spoken about. There's a lot of things about Nicki Minaj that you could have said. But isn't it crazy that the one thing that you decide to bring in here is the messy stuff of these irrelevant girls? Like, I was so annoyed, okay? And so let me just insert what 50 had to say, you guys, and then I will catch you after that.
You think there'll ever be another 50 Cent G-Unit like run out of New York City? Or anywhere for that matter?
I hope so. Like, I think it's Nicki right now. That's why I support Nicki.
But you had a whole crew though. That's what made it so different. Yeah, first of all, nobody had success like you had. But then having a whole crew that was successful as well.
You think she could assemble a crew?
She can build it. Yeah, she can definitely do it. They'll listen to her because she's definitely her character. She's not faking. Like, that shit is really there. Like, she's stronger than a lot of dudes. She's been bumped around. So if when you get to agitated, she gonna think you trying to play her, and she'll go off for you.
You were supposed to sign her at one time.
I would have got it if Fendi wasn't around.
What Fendi?
I'm like that grimy ass.
What Fendi do?
Yo, I just forever. He's a character in our culture. He's always been around and in it. Like since he was there with Big.
Yeah. I remember that video rolling dice
before, like in the beginning. So when I seen that, I was like, you have to deal with this. And I didn't go after it the right way.
Because of Fendi?
Yeah.
Damn, Fendi.
But it still went where it was supposed the way it was supposed to go. Because when she got look in the beginning, they was comparing her to Kim because of the picture,
right?
The Minaj picture. But I think it was more like Foxy because she was in between two crews. She was with Gucci and them, and then signed the
Young Money.
Like the Firm, and Foxy's relationship with Jay.
Is there any other artist?
Everything happened the way it's supposed to happen, but that would have been ill.
Yeah,
Nicki Minaj with the original G Unit.
Yep.
Yeah, she would have gobbled the rest of them up.
Oh,
there would have been no room for them.
For real?
I'd have been like this. Nah, Nicki's too big. You got to go. I have no time for you. Look, we don't need anyone from the South. Why? Why would we do that?
Right.
You know, it would have changed the whole thing. Like,
she from Southside, so she from there.
She's a monster. That would have been too much to. Look, I would have been trying to facilitate things around her more than anything else. At that point, everybody else would have been Nicki's screw.
An afterthought.
But it seemed like when she tries to put, especially the young female artists under her arm, it always goes bad. Like her and Lotto, her and Ice Spice. Like, you be talking to her about that? Because that's my only thing about her assembling the crew. I think she has the know-how, but it just go bad for some reason all the time.
It might not have to be girls. Like the girls, women, it's different. I wouldn't even get in that. Like, I like Ice Spice and them too. I like the other girls that rap. Don't think because I love Nicki, I don't like your music. I don't like your stuff. But what it is they go, look, she got a really strong personality. If you're hanging around or associating with people that she don't kind of rock with, okay, then she don't rock with you. It kind of get weird. It get like that. And if they socialize and just doing, they'll be doing too much for her to feel like comfortable with her. So I'm talking to you. Am I talking to this person? Because you be talking to this person. Right? Whenever a person's on the fence, we put them on the other side. Like if they're on the gate and they're uncertain with whose side, they don't put them over there. Why? Because it's dangerous. It's like you could go, so you could say, "Oh, your girlfriend is here. I'm gonna go holler at her," and you go there and you're all out of pocket now because she's hanging around people that you don't hang out with, and they got you off balance. So that would be why you just assume to put them on the other side of things. Like I don't know. Other than that, they are women too. So it's girl shit going on. It's caddy shit.
You think she could have made Safari Pop on the G Unit?
Safari?
You think she could have made Safari Pop on the G Unit?
Pop at what?
Some of them failed. Some of the artists failed. That would have been one of the ones that didn't work.
Damn.
Well, there you heard that, you guys. And one other thing, you guys, that I also did notice from what 50 was saying, they get each other. And he was not even tiptoeing around the whole sitting on the fence thing. I love that he stood on business when it comes to that, because people like to say, you don't get to pick sides. Oh my God, this and that. But in real life, they're not like that. In real life, they make their friends pick. In real life, they make their friends, choose sides. Because I'm not going to lie to you. In real life, if you are my friend and somebody is has intentionally tried to harm me in the past, you can't be going that side and saying, oh my God, I'm just being neutral. Oh my God. Like, if you want us to be cordial, that's one thing. But if you're all up in my space and my business in my house, and then you go and dine with my enemies, that's a different ballgame altogether. I think that's what people fail to understand. You're allowed to be cordial with several people, even those that don't see eye to eye. But once you come into my house, you come into my space, you know my deep secrets that a random wouldn't know. You owe me loyalty. You can't be dining with my enemies. Call me childish, I don't care. But I know that I would do the same for you. If I'm coming into your house, if I'm coming into your space, if I'm doing all these things that would otherwise say we are family or close friends, you would never catch me dining with your enemy deeply, in my own opinion. But anyway, the next thing that we are going to be talking about, you guys, the Sympathy Afro is out. But first of all, let's talk about the trigger of the Sympathy Afro. Now, you know that there have been a lot of developments with the Tory Lanez situation. Now it seems like, well, he has filed an ethics complaint against his previous lawyer who represented him in the Bongo 2 case, okay? And Tory is saying that, well, this former lawyer had some ties with Fraudulent Nation, and that, well, the lawyer basically took his money and dipped. And so, yeah, that would be conflict of interest if, of course, this lawyer had some dealings with Fraudulent Nation. So people are beginning to feel like there's a lot of missing pieces in the puzzle in as far as the Tory Lanez situation is concerned. Some people are beginning to think that, well, this boy was probably set up and stuff like that. So basically, it's actually not looking good for Bongo too. And so that's when she decided to pull out the sympathy afro. And this is what she said. She said that my new documentary with Prime Video will be out October 31st for everyone to watch. Till this day, people try to write my story, rewrite history, spread misinformation in capital letters, and convince others of what kind of a person I am. Everything you want to know is right here in the documentary. Hashtag, in her words, October 31st. Thank you to everyone who has been on this long journey with me. Love y'all forever. I'm just like, nobody is trying to rewrite your story. You are predicted to sell 10K. Okay, that's what's being put out there. It's not us. We're not lying. You sold 64K. That means you're flopping, because if you guys have the audacity to laugh at someone for selling 150K, of course, less than 100K is considered a flop. That's not people trying to spread misinformation. Girl, you sold 64, you flopped. Okay, that's number 2. Number 3, you told a different story, a contradicting story, literally swore on someone very important in your life that should be held sacred while you knew you were lying, okay, about laying down with your friend's boyfriend. Okay, so I don't know what part of that is people trying to spread misinformation or people trying to paint you to be this kind of a person. Because if you're capable of lying down with your best friend's man, of course you are who people say you are. Like, I don't know. I don't understand how people can defend that. I'm not saying this to say that the man involved was innocent, but I'm just saying, as a friend, you also owe your friend loyalty, in my own opinion. I know you guys like to say, oh my God, it's not her who was committed to the friend. It's not her who was like in the relationship. It's the man. But if you are my friend and you're lying down with my man, that is double betrayal. And that goes to show the kind of person that you are. So this has got nothing to do with people trying to paint you to be who you're not. So I don't know what misinformation she's talking about. I don't know what sympathy she now wants, because I do feel like a lot of people who've been judging her, this is what they've been talking about. And let me see you in the comment section right here defending somebody lying down with their man. I'm looking for your friends and I'm sending them after your man. But anyway, let me know in the comment section, you guys, what do you think about the sympathy afro coming out? Oh my God, I forgot to talk about this, the Breakfast Club. Yes, speaking about those people, Jess Hilarious was out there seemingly again apologizing for the Chadwick comments that she made. You guys do know that she made some terrible remarks about him losing weight, and it turned out that the man was struggling and battling other things. And just, this is what you get for your big mouth. Okay, this is exactly what you get. And that's something that clearly will forever haunt her, in my own opinion. Okay, because the fact that years down the line, she's still regretting, she's still expressing this is exactly what you get when you're messy like yourself. But anyway, let me just insert what she had to say about the whole Chadwick situation, and then I will catch you after that.
Do you have any regrets? No. I just a regret. This is the only regret that I have in my career, not with like family or anything. I don't regret anything, except for this one joke I had told about Chadwick Boseman before he passed, before we had all figured out that he had cancer. He had made a video. This was around COVID. He made a video and he was telling people to stay in the house, because this COVID thing is spreading. It's dangerous. People are dying and stuff. And I thought he was losing weight for a role in a movie, because he was a method actor, and phenomenal actor. And I had said something about how he, like his appearance, how he had looked like losing weight. And then that man passed away maybe 2 or 3 weeks later. And it wasn't even the hate that I got from the internet. It was just the type of person that I was, that because as messy as, I've been and all of that, I'm still a very, very good person. And I would never, ever joke about somebody with an illness or a disease or something that they can't control. And it made me so sick to my stomach. And I just was like, oh my God. And you can't even look up dirt on this man. You can't even, nobody had anything bad to say.
Yeah.
And here go Jess Hilarious, my big ass mouth, and then and I wasn't the only person that said something, but I wasn't worried about none of that. It was the person that I was.
It impacted you as well.
Yeah.
Well, there you heard that, you guys. Now, the next thing that we are going to be talking about, we're going to talk about Nicki Minaj and the Transformer fans. Now, for some reason, the Transformers fans, their obsession is so strong that they started circulating a rumor that Nicki Minaj is endorsing Trump. I'm just like, how low can you go? It's like when the Transformer fans get to a point where they are low, the devil just comes in again and whispers in their ear, like, how low can you really, really go? Because they keep going lower and lower and lower again. Because Nicki Minaj, you guys, has not endorsed anyone in as far as these elections are concerned. So please don't even buy into this false narrative. Don't even buy into this false rumor. It is absolutely ridiculous. It is not true. I'm just like this. Instead of you focusing on when your favorite is going to be giving you music, you're out here focusing on creating lies on this woman's name using politics. What is your problem? Seriously. And one thing that I've also noticed is that the Transformer fans thrive on the tension that seemingly is between Beyonce and Nicki Minaj, because they do feel like, well, the more Beyonce is not effing with Nicki Minaj, the more they get more support on their side. That's why they were also circulating the rumor that, well, Beyonce is going to be working with the Transformer. They feel like now that Beyonce has seemingly fallen out with Nicki Minaj, she's going to go and work with the Transformer. But at this point, I don't know if that's going to do much on the Transformers' career, because Beyonce herself, her album, did not stay very long on the charts. So I don't know how much she's going to be able to do for the Transformer. Okay, and I'm sure that if she had some extra vocals to spare, she would have used that on Bongo 2, who happens to be her husband's investment, not another random Atlantic, artist, when Atlantic itself is a sinking ship. The next thing that we are going to be talking about, we're going to talk about Cleotrapa. Now, you guys do know that during the Ice Spice and Cleotrapa beef and everything that was going on, Azealia Banks decided to come out and say that, well, she is going to be giving Cleotrapa a platform to perform with her during Halloween and things like that. Cleo came out and said, for everyone that's been asking, I won't be performing on Halloween with Azealia anymore. Her choice. I'm just like, Cleo, I know you really didn't believe that Azealia was going to put you on like this. Azealia, like every day, was just doing what she does every single day, which is inserting herself in matters that do not concern her so that people can remember that she exists. That's exactly what she was doing with the Paprika Spice situation. She just wants to have a word in there. She just wants people to also talk about her when something is trending. That's exactly what she was doing. So this whole thing, I'm not shocked that Azealia would, do something like that, drop her last minute. But sometimes maybe this was actually a blessing in disguise, because we all know how Azealia can be. Maybe you got saved from someone, maybe from something. Maybe God was out there making you escape other things, because trust me, you might have thought that Paprika Spice, refusing to give you food is the worst thing that could ever happen to you, but you never know what could have happened with Azealia Banks. The next thing that we are going to be talking about, we're going to talk about the Diddler, you guys. It seems like the allegations are growing by each day. Allegedly, this man is now being accused of another new crime against a 10-year-old boy. You guys, this is so sad. This is literally sad. When I read this court case, this article, I was like, what is happening, you guys? What was this man doing? And the same people who knew about crimes like this are the same people that want to come out here and act like they're all righteous and things like that. These are the same people that knew that the Diddler was out there doing things like this. It's only a matter of time, you guys. It's only a matter of time. Now, the next thing that we are going to be talking about, people are gagging over JT's face card. You guys, she recently went to the CDFA Fashion Awards, and she had a minimal face. Her face was not extremely done. It was, subtly done. It was like more like a natural look, and people are gagging over that face card. People are like, oh my god, she looks absolutely gorgeous, and I do agree, she looks amazing. And now I understand why some people feel like less is more when it comes to makeup, because I feel like in majority of her looks, like in comparison with a lot of the looks, the makeup looks that she's had, all the dramatic looks and stuff like that, this one ate down. Okay, but anyway, let me know in the comment section, you guys, what you think about that. Now, that being said, thank you very much, you guys, for watching, and thank you very much for making it this far. If you have not already, what are you waiting for? Smash that subscribe button, and do turn on the notification bell so that you will be notified each and every time that I post. Until my next one, see you.